y'all wanna hop in the game and do the same, selling tickets to your favorite name. Join our trade. Ticket resellers investing in building every day. Join our
We have the easiest way to make money online. As you see over here, there's no MLM, no pyramid scheme, no ads or marketing required, no selling tickets in the streets, and you don't need any labor costs to scale up.
Hey, if you're interested in scaling your ticket business or your business into the millions, like I've done, selling tickets strictly online, 100% online, you'll never catch me out in the streets. Go to thetickettrap.com. Again, the
P-Bike Elevation Games gives you access to free crypto, free money, and free NFTs. Furthermore, through our referral program, we can get you $100 in your account fast when you use an approved direct deposit from your employer. We also offer a gallery of affordable NFTs for as low as $1 for you to buy and sell for more money. These crypto notes are backed by our current patent rights. The more members interact with these crypto notes, the more the P-Bike dollar appreciates in value. So you, as a member, holding these NFT assets and selling them when the value goes up is important for your financial growth. Thousands of these crypto dollars are minted, so you can look forward to buying and selling NFTs as a career for building your wealth. There are many platforms that you can use to buy and sell NFTs, notably OpenSea and Coinbase Wallet. Come register with P-Bike Elevation Games, play the game, win prizes, get free crypto, and free money. To participate, please visit pbike.art.
All right, y'all. So I want to react to this video that I came across last night. Dr. Umar Johnson, particularly talking about he's going to sue an individual that's been making a video about him for the last probably going on 8 to at least 10 years. So I want to get to his story. I'm going to play along a lot of it. I'm going to react as well. So let's get to it.
I started to distance myself from her. On June the 25th, the last moon that we had, I do my Art of Dialogue interview. I'm coming out of my Art of Dialogue interview and my phone is blowing up. There's a woman on Pastor Bussy's page claiming that y'all was in a 2.5-year relationship, that you were in love with her, that you wanted to marry her, that you wanted her to have your child. You were in a 2.5-year relationship with her. You were in love with her. You wanted to marry her. You wanted her to have your child. You were in a 2.5-year relationship with her. You wanted to marry her. You was in love with her, and you wanted her to be your wife. Brothers and sisters, I have women who look way better than her, who have done more for me in my life than she ever could, who I wasn't in love with, who I didn't want to make my wife, who I didn't want to have my baby. So this woman, this Kansas City thought, this Jezebel, this jump off, this smash and grab, spent 3 times with me. Not 3 nights, because I never spent the night. I never spent the night with her in my life. I never spent a night with her in my life. I saw her 3 times. And 3 times, all of which, if I'm not mistaken, were during the first quarter of 2025. 3 times, and I'm in love with her. 3 times I want to marry her. 3 times I want her to have my baby. 3 times, and we were in a 2.5-year relationship. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. But it gets worse. She told Pastor Bussy. She told Pastor Bussy. And let me say this about Pastor Bussy. Rainbow Bunny. Pastor Bussy, the Rainbow Bunny, has been cyber stalking me for 10 years. People have asked me to put a stop to him legally. I had 2 attorneys who sent him cease and desist. And he did not cease and desist. Those attorneys did not live in Utah, where he lives.
Now, everybody knows who he's talking about. If you've been following the whole situation, And I'm gonna give you my thoughts. Let's keep going.
Those attorneys did not live in Utah, so there was no follow-up. I recently consulted with a Utah attorney who told me I have a serious case against Pastor Bussy the Rainbow Bunny. But I'm going to have to fly out to Utah a couple times to appear in court. So this attorney told me that if I give him the retainer, he will begin the investigation on Pastor Bussy. And after looking at Pastor Bussy's YouTube page, he says he is quite certain that I have a case for slander, I have a case for libel, I have a case for defamation. And he also said because he's been making money off of my name for 10 years, that he can be made to pay me back all the money that he made in my name, and that we can lay siege to any property that he owns. I told him that the man is broke. He don't have any property. He basically pays his bills by making Dr. Umar defamation films. He said, well, if that's the case, if he has a job, then his wages can be garnished until he satisfies the balance of the settlement from court. So brothers and sisters, I have finally realized that I have to have a Dr. Umar defense fund. I have to have a Dr. Umar defense fund. And the reason I have to have a Dr. Umar defense fund is not because I have to defend myself. I have to have a Dr. Umar defense fund so I can file suit against people who think it's okay to constantly slander my name and attack my mother.
Now I want to stop there because I actually agree with him here, especially the individual that has been making videos nonstop, mind you, for about 8 years now. When it first, we actually had the individual on our channel probably back in 2020, fresh into this whole school thing. As much as I disagree about the application and the way he's going about the school, and mainly the transparency, but whatever the case may be, it is what it is, right? The building's there. It hasn't opened up yet. Do I believe he's going to open it? No. I hope he does open it, and I hope that I'm wrong. But I agree with the slander. I agree with the libel. I agree with the guy continuing to make money off his name. We said that, me and Sam Man talked about this like 3 years ago. Like, this is getting ridiculous now, bro. Like to follow someone's life, to watch their videos, to continue to attack this person on every little thing that they do, talking about their mom, where they live. I don't give a shit about all that. See, I was a Dr. Umar fan because of what he represented and what he was talking about and the stuff that he enlightened me to. I learned a lot from him. To me, I think in a way, the school thing kind of tarnished his legacy because it wasn't done the right way. And the constant attacking people and not being open and transparent with the people or whatever the case may be. Because even the donors don't know how much money was raised. The donors don't know, nothing. Now, the thing is, if you have a nonprofit, now if you got a private business, F you. You're not going to know what I make. But if I got a nonprofit organization, whether that be a church, a football, those books are supposed to be open to scrutiny, and the public should be able to go look and say, okay, what's going on with the funds? Because they might want to make a decision to donate. They might want to make a decision and do whatever they want to do. So all we saying is, let us just see, because maybe you're $1 million short. Somebody might throw you $2. But when you kind of hide things and take it on as a one-man project, right, and not have a board of people, qualified people, it makes you look incompetent and it makes it look like a money grab. None of us know for sure, but it looks like it's a money grab, and we're more than qualified to give our opinions on that. This is what this is about, because it was a time where I had Dr. Umar on my channel a long time ago, probably 10 years now, and defended Dr. Umar, even defended him early on with the school. But it hit me one day, and people that were advisors to me said, "Lord, this dude is full of it." And I said, "Well, damn." Now, again, maybe he gets it open and running and, you know, whatever the case, all this is bridge under the water. That's fine. But this guy that continuously making money, videos, calling people, trying to say, I don't want to see this. It's the difference between somebody like us or somebody like this brother that Umar's talking about. Is this brother wants to see him destroyed. I don't want to see the brother destroyed. I don't want to see the brother locked up. None of that. I just wanted him to be, I was more disappointed because I'm like, yo, he was one of the, you know, this is what we need. We need a voice like this. We need somebody who's going to be on the proverbial, you know, front line, challenging, you know, things that's going on and opening things up, opening our understanding on what's going on. But like everything else, things turn to industry and people compromise for the dollar. It happens to the best of people. And as great as the school was, the idea was, it's people with less fame that got it done. Nobody knows these people, but they got it done. That shows me that they were committed to getting it done. You can't tell me that these people got more money, more fame. These people ain't been on the Breakfast Club. These people ain't been on podcasts with 800,000-900,000 people. These people ain't been on World Star and Hollywood Unlocked and all these different big ass platforms. These people have none of that. They're in their own community in rural Georgia somewhere, teaching brothers, you know, how to change tires, teaching brothers math, science, social, whatever, teaching brothers for real. So if you really wanted to do it, you could do it. That's the issue. But I don't agree with this brother. I tuned the brother out like 5 years ago because I seen what it was with this brother that's making these videos on Umar. I was like, hold on, bro. Wait. It's one thing to call a man out on his bullshit and want him to do better, but it's another thing to want to destroy. You calling people up, trying to find out this, you making up shit, talking about his family. I'm not into that shit. I would never go that far because that's not what I'm in it for. To this day, I will have a conversation with him. So, you know, I see the money play here. As far as with this guy, I mean, he probably has to have over 200 or 300 videos. That is borderline stalkerish. And it's not like you're going back and forth with the guy. The guy's just ignoring you at this point. You have made a whole career off of making up stuff about this guy. Some of the stuff may be true, but some of the stuff is false. You can't confirm it.
Attack my mother. Attack my mother. So, brothers and sisters, this woman told Pastor Bussy, the Rainbow Bunny, the YouTubian struggle streamer, she told Pastor Bussy that I went down on her. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters.
Now here's where the comedy comes in, and then I'm going to finish it off.
I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. When that woman, after gummy bearing my Shango stick, that woman took off her underwear, and I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, and I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. When she took her underwear off, brothers and sisters, she smelled like something crawled up inside of her and died. She smelled like an old fish tank. You ever smell a fish tank that somebody ain't cleaned in like 2 years? They got goldfish in there. They got all kind of fish, and it ain't been cleaned in years. That's what she smelled like when she took off those funky ass drawers. Her drawers were so old and so funky that I thought it was a wife beater. That's how stretched out her drawers was. Her drawers were so old and so funky, I thought her underwear was a slingshot. Her drawers were so funky and so stank, brothers and sisters, that I thought it was a wife beater, brothers and sisters, and I don't mean no disrespect. So when she said, it's my turn, after she got finished swallowing the Shango, she said, it's my turn. After she got finished swallowing the Prince of Pan-Africanism, she said, it's my turn. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, how do I get out of this? Because it ain't no way under God's heaven that King Kong consciousness face, nose, tongue, lips, ears, or hairline is going anywhere near that cootie cat. Brothers and sisters, listen. Brothers and sisters, listen. She told Pastor Bussy that I went down on her. I'm willing to take a lie detector test. I am willing to take a lie detector test, brothers and sisters. That woman smelled like a dead cow mixed with sour milk and menstruated underwear that was found in a funky alleyway. I lie to you not. She is so acidic. Her yoni-verse is so acidic. She needs a baptism. She needs a deep cleanse. She needs an exorcism. I think she got demons living in that bat cave. I think she got demons living in that bat cave, brothers and sisters. And she thought that the world's most requested scholar was going to go down on her. Oh, no. My women got to be fresh and clean. My women got to smell like fresh peaches, fresh daffodils. My women got to smell like fresh roses. If you want these lips to ever touch your peach cobbler, if you want this tongue to ever massage your honeycomb hideout, you got to be clean. You got to be clean, and she need a deep cleanse. In fact, I'm going to treat her because I have her address. I know where she sleeps. I have Pastor Bussy's address. I know where he sleeps.
All right, so let's stop it there, man. It's comedy, you know. But at the end of the day, enough has to be enough. Get the lawyer, bro. Go do what you got to do. It's to the point where it's crazy, man. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no testing.
You are only worthy of shining the Shango. How we doing there, family? So anyway, brothers and sisters, she told him that I get high. She told him I went down. She told him I went raw.
Yeah, when it gets to stuff like that, like when you start talking about drug use, you know, whatever the case may be, somebody got a STD. One of the big cases that you can kind of point to is the Tasha K, Cardi B case, where, you know, Tasha K and the guest she had on made a lot of comments about Cardi, but she wasn't able to prove it. And then the burden's up to you. It's not up to Cardi B to go take no test. If you're going to say Cardi B got herpes or something like that, you got to prove it. You can't just make something up, you know? So, you know, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's not. Part of me think this is a scare tactic from Dr. Umar, but that guy is not going to stop, bro. He is not going to stop. That type of individual, you got to make him stop. You got to make him stop. You got to put the law on him and go after those monies. Go after the years, you know, of him making money. First, you got to go to court first. You can't just say you're going to do it. You got to get a court order and go to court and you know, make sure that, you know, you get a judgment against him, and then you can pursue what you're going to pursue. You feel what I'm saying? So Yeah, so sometimes the precedent has to be made, in my opinion. Again, I seen this dude, man, and I instantly knew. See, what happens is, man, in this space, in the content creation space, once you do something that makes you money, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again. You get that check, you want to keep doing it. It's just like anything else. You know, you playing a lottery, you hit, maybe that's a bad example, but whatever. Maybe you started selling, incense, and you bought a pack of 100 and you sold it out in the first day. You're going to get 10 more packs probably. And you're going to keep replicating whatever is successful. But the problem is that when you become obsessive, when you begin to slander, when you begin to lie, when you begin to make money off of that, and you can't prove that these things you're saying. Now, one thing, if you're telling a story about natural facts, like facts about the person. Let's say if this person was arrested and they got charged with so and so, that's a fact that could be verified. But if you're making stuff up, you're following people, you're coming up with your own, renditions about what happened and your own ideologies and things like that, and the person gets sick and tired of it. Yes, the remedy is court. So I would tell Dr. Umar, if you feel like you got to do it, do it. Do it, because quite frankly, the man is now making a living off of you, and not a living off of you in a way where he's interviewing you about stuff that's going on, but about lies and exaggerations. And at this point, it's obsession. If it was me, I would want to see this guy. I would want to pop up on him, right? And let the fucking ghost come out of his body. He would turn white when he see me. Because you got all this shit to say online. Would you say this shit to my face? Man to man. That's what I want to know. And we ain't got to go to the guns or none of that. But I might want to put my hands on you. I might want to get up in your world, face to face, nose to nose, and say that shit now. What you were saying about me. Say it now. You was talking about my mom. You was talking about my daughter. You was talking about me. I'm this, I'm that. Say it now. And if you utter a word, I'm breaking your face. Some of these dudes need to learn like that. They want to run their mouth. They want to talk, not knowing, like, look, I'm going to run down on you one day, bro. It's by the grace of whoever that I didn't run down on you. You feel me? Like I tell people, it's easy, to make videos in the comfort of your home, in the protection of another state. You ain't got to run into nobody. You ain't got to worry about this. But make a video about somebody in your city. Talk to somebody in their face. Sit down with Umar and ask him some tough questions. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, it's coward shit to me. It's, at first I think it was needed. It was needed, somebody to talk and cover, but at a point in time, it got silly. Like, I mean, think about how much money the guy done made off this dude. Probably close to a few $100,000 at this point. So if I was Umar, I would go legal route first. But trust me and believe, I would be thinking about pulling up on homie. I would think about pulling up on homie. Real talk. I'm not talking about his house with his kids, but I might catch him at the grocery store or something and watch him shit bricks. I would definitely do something like that. I'll pop out on him, man. You know what I mean? Because you got all this shit to say online. We face to face now. No police, just me and you. Are you still going to be that tough guy? Because there was an incident with a cat. I seen a cat up in New York. What dude dude was in his hood or whatever with the camera. Dude popped out on him. Got up in his face, spit in his face and everything. Dude cowered down. So that's my thoughts on the whole